easiest way to draw a maple leaf is just to find a really pretty maple leaf and trace it. Tracing is okay, especially when you're learning. If a picture is frustrating to begin with, you're not going to want to continue or pursue drawing. So I have the basic outline of the leaf right here. And for the veins, they start right from the very bottom of the leaf, and that's right here. And you're still doing drawing on your own because you have to put in these veins on your own. And little lines out and up. Just put a few little lines there, and then you have a very easy maple leaf. I picked up a few other leaves today, so thought maybe I could use one of these. The shape of this one would be nice. And I'll trace this one. Same thing, just trace it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Every leaf is different, just like every snowflake. Whatever shape your leaf has, I'm sure there's a leaf out there like that. Watercolor palette, it's just old. The main thing with watercolors, if you don't want a muddied color, is to spray out all of your trays and just wipe them out with a paper towel. I'm going to dampen one leaf at a time, right inside the lines. If you keep the water right inside the lines, your paint won't go past the water. It'll only go where it's wet. Dampen the leaf inside the lines. You can have a little bit of water sitting on there, not too much, but not so that it runs, but so that it is wet, because when you put the paint on, you want the paint to run and to spread out. This is what our leaf looks like. I have some red. I don't know, it doesn't matter, any kind of red. You just tap it. This is where the darker reds are, and it's going to fade. It's not going to be dark. So it'll be put on with layers to make a darker, more bold color. But see how it's spreading out where the water is? This side doesn't have as much red. You tap it, and then see we have white spaces that we're leaving, and I can see that there's orange and green. On the tips, it's more orange and more green, and it's redder in the middle. Right here, I put some water in this, take some of the orange, this is the red, mix it together, maybe a little bit of the red, and we're gonna dab that now. Just use the leaf as a guide of where you might wanna put your colors. Okay, it's already drying a little bit. Still would like to get some yellow and some green in there. I'm gonna put a lot of water on my brush, right here. Put it into the yellow, and I'll just put it over here where the green is at. And it's sort of thick. And then just dab it, and also on the ends here. If it's wet enough coming off of your brush, it'll still blend into the other colors because they're not totally dry yet. Right here, a tiny bit of the blue into the red, a little bit more red, just to make the areas a little darker. It'll blend. When it dries, it'll lighten up. Just maybe twist your brush around, put it out like in the direction of the veins. With a lot more water because I want it to keep drying and to spread. This is just where it's a little darker, that's why I put the blue in with it. Okay, and now I'm gonna put some green. Green I'm going to use right here. You can see the little green bits here, and this, so just dab it, especially on the ends. And it's still going to blend. Every maple leaf is different, and where you put your colors, there's a maple leaf that looks like that. Just keep dabbing. Just let it spread all on its own. You don't have to spread it, just dab it where you'd want the color. And because it's still wet, and if it's not, like right here, it's not wet enough, if you have a spray bottle, you can spray it, but I'm just gonna come in with some water on my brush. And like that. You can even turn the paper a little bit. Just so the colors run into each other. And now I'd like a little bit more yellow. Oh, I think that looks beautiful. Same for this leaf right here. Just put some clear water on it. Even water that's not clear, even with a little bit of paint is fine. Just dampen the whole inside of the lines where you want the leaf to be. I think I'm gonna start with green this time. This one's gonna be pretty fresh, not turn too much color yet. Light green. It's kind of like I don't even know the names of these. I think I would have to look them up and then write it in the description, because this tray of watercolors is from the year 2000. I think that's the last time I used it. A little bit of blue to make it darker. I'll spread out just to make a darker green. And then we'll put a little bit of yellow with that. Just dab it and then pull it in. Put a little more green on top of the blue. It might be turning a little bit orange. I have it very wet here, so just a few little dabs. There we go. All right, I think I like that. Now that the paint is all the way dry, I'm going to outline. The only thing is not to outline it in black. This is like a brown color. And if you have any white spots, we'll just go in afterwards and we'll fill them in with paint. Okay, to do a really easy shadow, dampen the edge of the leaf on the right side where the right edges are, and then along the bottom. And this is so that we give the shadow a soft edge. This is how I clean up my trays usually when I'm doing shadows. I just pick up the colors that are already there, and kind of a grayish color. When you mix them all together, they become gray. Take some of the shadow paint, just bring it along where the water was already dampened along the edge. And I soften the edges. Clean water on the brush. Soften the edges. Pick up a little bit of dark just to put along the edge now. do the same with the green leaf. Put a little bit of dampness around just the right edge. Okay, now I just want to fill in the little spots here that are too light. Just wet your brush with a little bit of paint and just fill it in. There, I think that's so pretty. This is a picture that anybody can do. You'll impress all your friends with this.